What's going on, Facebook? This is your boy Isaac. I'm coming to you with another message tonight. And my message to you tonight is that failure is not something to be in fear of. Failure is something that you should always welcome. We won't always be successful in everything that we do, although we want to do it, and that's the mission that we set out on. That we won't always reach that goal. But one thing that we can do is we can try again or try a new avenue to reach that certain thing that we want to. Sometimes failure will elevate you to do something else or elevate you to another route that you should be trying. The thing that I want you guys to understand is not something to be afraid of. Welcome any failure that comes along with you. It's like death. It hits you hard at the first sign of it, but then we learn to get through it and we learn to cope with it, understanding that the person has a better life on the other side of things. The other thing to remember here is that there are some things in failure that you will never learn in success. Let me repeat that. There are some things in failure that you won't ever learn in success. One thing that successful people kind of don't get is that they've always been successful. So sometimes, a lot of times when people hit the failure realm, they don't know how to recover because they've never felt the failure before. So they kind of hit rock bottom. The thing about people who've had failures, they know how to get back up. They know what to do and how to do it. They know how to go back to the drawing board. So don't always look at people's success and say, I want that. Because this is the thing. Even in relationships, we see people on social networking, on social medias, and we see them in public. And although they may be happy and they may be joyous or whatnot, but there are times that they fight. There are times that they struggle, but we don't know what they went through in order to get what they have. So a lot of times when we're wanting other people's success, we don't know what they went through, and we don't want to go through what they went through to get where they are. So we have to take our own path and get in there. So remember, failure is not something to fear, okay? My own personal experience is that there were authors that didn't want to publish my books because it was a topic that wasn't mainstream. So I brought bullying to the mainstream, and I said, you know what, this is something I want to do. Let me try something else. So I tried another avenue, and it worked. It worked out for me. Now we have authors that are lined up. So failure opens doors, and failures open avenues. It's not something to be afraid of. Okay? Take that with you strongly. Sometimes it's good to fail. Sometimes number one is not always good. Sometimes number two is sometimes the best position to be in. You get all the perks of number one, but not the responsibility. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be number one, but don't get mad, don't get bent out of shape. Learn to live with being number two. Number two is a good spot. Again, you got all the amenities of number one, you just don't have all the responsibilities of number one. Okay? So take that with you tonight. I just want to share with you that piece on failures because I've been getting a lot of contacts about failing this and failing that and how do I pick myself up and this is a loss in my book. It's setting me back. Look at setups as something major. Look at setbacks as something major to happen in your life. It's not always a bad thing. So we got to be careful with what we're wishing and what we're talking out our mouths. Our mouths speak truth, and we want to speak positive things in our lives. Okay? So this is your boy Isaac. Be tuned. Check out my YouTube page. You can find these videos and other videos on there. Check out my website. Visit www.listen365.org for other information.